Welcome to La Rosa Turf Field on the campus of St. Augustine Prep for this Augustinian Cup matchup between the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep and Malvern Prep. I'm Peter Burns alongside Jacob Panett and Nick Campanaro here to bring you the home opener for Hermits Rugby. Should be a good one today, guys.
Yeah, this is the annual matchup between the Friars and the Hermits. And here are our starting lineups. At prop, we have Alex Stefanelli. 2, Nicholas Scafidi, Luke Huber, John McAllister, TJ Burns, Philip Degnan, Parker Lapsley, and Daniel Francis as our forwards. At our backs, we have Max McCoy, Jack Del Monte, Jackson Kuzma, Sonny Scafidi, Michael Bono, and Trevi Randall, and Drew Turista. And our reserves are Daniel Cortez, Colin Olivo, Nicholas Martinelli, Chuck Vogt, Dominic Botto, Sean Bono, Rocco Pasizzi, and Logan Barrett. And our starting 15 for Malvern Prep: Natis, Pernault, Barry, Bonner, Zalata, Whitecomb, Brogna, Reagan, Gorman, Pajan, Ogerborn, Juriera, Todd, and Mullen.
Well, the teams meet together for what looks like a prayer. Both Augustinian schools, so very religious. Got to meet at the middle for a prayer. We had refs running late a little bit. Got stuck in traffic. That's why we have a delayed opening to this anticipated matchup. Just some history on the matchup. The Hermits have won the past 2 matchups since 2021. Series is relatively even. The Hermits have a little bit of a lead all time. They beat them last year and the year before, obviously. So Malvern looking to come to St. Augustine Prep, exact some revenge. In the meantime, the Hermits looking to start off a season where they have a new coach. Coach Tao left, so they're looking to start off fresh. New, obviously, the new coach was in for the 7th season. But
Coach Mike Gunn.
Coach Gunn was in for the 7th season. This is his first 15 season as the head coach. So we'll look to see how he does and how the team does with a new look in their home opener. Pretty early in the season. It's early in March, so we'll see how the two teams play.
Ref coming in the middle, and the captains. The game should be starting soon.
We got some people coming in. Got some fans maybe coming in for the matchup. The 2 captains will come to the middle. For the Hermits, that is PJ Dengen. For Malvern, that is number 2. I was going to say he's number 12. It looked like number 2 from where I was standing, Peralt, but no, it is Guerrera.
Probably translates to rugby.
Hermits varsity coming off of 2 wins in scrimmages against LaSalle and Calvert Hall.
Yeah, went up to LaSalle. Normally our scrimmage every year. Mr. Tao was telling me, or Coach Tao was telling me about it in class today. Normally our scrimmage, that's like our tester game, is LaSalle. We come here, and this is our first game of the season against Malvern. Augustinian Cup, a game that means a lot to both teams, and so the Hermits will look for a victory today. The 2 teams get set. The ref is in his Hawaiian shirt.
Rugby, the game for gentlemen, but no, sorry. Game for hooligans, played by gentlemen, as it's called.
Famous quote. Malvern's still in their huddle, taking their time. And Coach Gunn will bring out the ball. Malvern will kick, it looks like.
If you're new to 15s, it's a little different. If you score in 15s, you get the ball back. The other team kicks it back to you after you score.
Yeah, 15's the brand of international rugby, generally played, generally watched. Played in spring in high school, and 7's is played in fall. So this is our spring edition. This is 15's. As we get ready to start this one off, the kickoff by number 9, Gorman. They're back. The Hermits will
Degnan
receive.
with the ball.
Intercepted.
Yeah, great play defensively by Malvern. Get the ball in great position to score.
Generally in 15s, what you're going to look for is the forwards getting up with the ball and getting into a maul and just trying to push their way through the line, or having lots of ball movement, get it out to your backs to find a gap in the line.
It's looking like a lot less ball movement from Malvern, just a lot of pummeling into the line, looking for some
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get through their forwards and see if they can punch a gap through the line.
Now they'll try that outside.
Great tackle by Trayvon Randall.
Yeah, Trevi, I was playing basketball with him today. Great athlete, very fast, physical guy, smaller stature, but
Penalty on Malvern.
He's very shifty.
Very shifty. That's great for rugby, get those moves.
What we're going to look for here is a kick to touch. We're going to kick it out of bounds and have a line out.
And the line out is pretty much just a throw in, but both teams have an opportunity to get it.
So Hermits will retain possession, and they will throw it in. But, as you said, both teams will have the opportunity to get the ball when it's thrown in.
Yeah, right around the 50-yard line, this throw will be.
Nick Scafidi with the throw in.
TJ Burns bobbled it, but came down with it.
Hermits looking for
Trevi breaking a tackle.
It's going to be a quick ruck. Pass to the outside.
Jack Del Monte loses the ball, which is a knock-on and a turnover.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity there. Sideline was looking a little open, but drops the ball. And
if he had kept on to the ball, I may have had a couple more yards there. And now we're looking at a scrum down. We'll see here who are in line out. So I guess he didn't call the knock on, just went out.
And it's going to go over the heads of the
line.
A
missed throw. He kicks the ball.
Del Monte recovers it.
Passed back out to the far sideline. Trevi looking for something. Tackled.
Tourista on the ruck. John McAllister, one of the stronger guys on the Hermits squad.
It's very hard to bring down, as you see right there.
Well, that's a great play from McAllister. Way to push through the line. Then we'll get the big fella in there.
Luke Huber.
Push some more. Bobbled. And there's a drop from Scafidi.
And at first, it was a backwards drop, which is legal, but then it was kicked forwards and a knock-on.
Knock-on by Tourista.
They're going to say there's an advantage, I believe.
Must have been a high tackle or something back there, but Hermits will maintain possession and go for what appears to be the line out.
Yeah, appears to be so. Over on that far sideline.
And it will be a tap and go probably, or a kick out of bounds.
That looks like a tap
and go.
Oh,
it didn't make it out of bounds.
He tried out of bounds, but it just didn't get there. But great push from the Hermits there.
If you can watch the Hermits here, they're lining up all their forwards over on the far side of the field.
They want
really hard to go through. Ball went loose.
Knock on there. It will be St. Augustine ball. We'll see what they decide to do with it here.
I believe it is a scrum down.
That's what it appears to be as they line up.
We'll see here. Usually teams, they have plays out of the scrum depending on where it is in the field.
Pretty close to the Hermits range. It's in Malvern, pretty far into Malvern territory. And there goes the Hermits scrum. They pushed really.
8 men out with the ball. Oh, Max McCoy missed the ball, but it was not a knock on. It's recovered. Or it is a knock.
Seemed like a backwards drop, but the ref calls it a knock on there.
Yeah, without the knock on there, he's pushing up there, and that's close to being a try for the Hermits.
Both teams struggling with the ball.
And there will be another scrum here, but this time it's Malvern's.
The scrum is bound.
Ball's in.
The Hermits appear to have the early possession.
Hermits have a lot of power on the scrum. Max McCoy takes in. He's going to take it all the way. That's a try. Max McCoy.
There's the speed and the agility of Max McCoy, the Drexel commit. That's a great job by the Hermits to take over possession, even though it was Malvern's scrum, and they end up getting a try off of it.
And it's going to be McCoy to take the kick, it looks like. I believe that's McCoy.
Difficult kick to make. He's all the way on the outside. Hermits seemed to overpower Malvern in the scrum. And Max McCoy was able to get the ball, and they were not Malvern was clearly not expecting for the Hermits to get the ball. Max McCoy was getting in.
Great kick there, just short.
He always tries them in practice, the difficult corner kicks, and he almost got it that time, just needed a little bit more power.
Yeah, great angle there.
Max McCoy, a high-energy player. He looks hyped up.
Yeah, great play from the Hermits. They look to have the advantage in the scrums. Both scrums they've pushed their way, and one of them leading to that Max McCoy try early on. 5-0 lead for the Hermits. Look to build upon that here. Like you said, in 15s, the Hermits will get the ball back off of a kick from Malvern Prep. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is the coveted Augustinian Cup. Pretty even series. The Hermits have won the last two. Malvern looking to exact their revenge. The kick.
Philip Degnan with the ball. He tries again. Taking a couple Friars down with him.
It's going to go to a ruck.
And those are always the kind of guys that are so hard to tackle, are the people that just run right at you.
Oh, great tackle from Malvern Prep there.
I believe that's hands in the ruck.
Illegal there from Sonny Scafidi.
And Malvern right back off with it. Down the near sideline. Pushing. They're looking to push him out of bounds.
Still in bounds, though.
Almost out of bounds. See, looks like they were trying to create a maul there, but couldn't get it.
Now you got a little bit of a maul.
I believe that was hands in the ruck again.
Need more discipline if you're St. Augustine.
Malvern really quick out of those, trying to push for a
huge
score.
Tackle.
And it looks like the ref called, I thought maybe a forward pass.
I believe that may have been a high tackle back there on Huber.
I saw him kind of like throw it, but it is going to be a high tackle on Huber. It looks like.
And there's a lot of confusion here. Neither side really knows what's going on.
I believe Malvern is trying to set up a play.
Do they want to kick here? Is that why they're running on a substitute with a T? Yeah, they're going to kick here.
Yeah, he's going to kick for the point.
Very rare here to see this happen.
This is practically a field goal.
Very rare in high school rugby to see this. Usually a lot more just going for it.
So it's going to be number 9, Gorman, out to kick this one. And
it is wide.
Wide right. Sorry, Bills fans. That's missed.
Questionable decision. They had a lot of trust in their kicker, but couldn't hit.
The Hermits looking to go quick here. And they're going to get called back. Went a little too quick there. Right off of the missed conversion attempt from Gorman.
That drop goal there could have been, those are worth 3 points.
Both teams will line back up.
Believe you going to tap and go.
Malvern making some progress on that far sideline. Going to get into what looked like a ruck. Hermits will grab
Dagnan gets the ball.
Right back into a ruck. Coming
Let's
out of
see
the
it.
Hermits.
A lot of space on the wing. I would love to see that ball move out to the wing quickly and get some movement out there.
That looks like what the Hermits are trying to do here.
The long pass.
Drew Turista
It worked.
catches the tip.
Great pass from Sonny Scafidi. And a
Oh.
huge tackle by Regan.
Turista with a great move on
After
the
he-
outside.
Turista should have just kept going. It looked like if he cut in
Yeah,
there.
it may have been a 2v1 opportunity.
Well, the Hermits have had some progress on those wings early. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept trying there for the rest of the game.
Short pass.
And inner snow, a drop. Probably would have been a try or at least close to it.
A
But a
miscommunication.
knock on.
He's mad at himself over there. That's number 13, Todd.
Could have been a Malvern try.
Yeah, that was an easy interception. That looked like straight right away. All the green grass in front of him.
Now that was a knock on, we'll go to the scrum down.
And we seem to have a substitution.
Want to make a bet? I'll bet $100 right now. Hermits get the ball out of this scrum.
Yeah, the way they've been playing out of the scrums, I'm not going to take you up on that bet. The Hermits have played really well out of these so far. Only 2, but look dominant. And I'm going to retry the scrum.
We would see the backs out on the wing looking like they're ready to get the ball and just start flying down the field.
Yeah, those are the faster Hermits players out there.
I play sevens. I was a back myself. I was on the wing. I was always waiting to get the ball out there.
Yep, I
That's
remember that too. And there wasn't a lot of opportunity just because a lot of the forwards will run straight and you have to ruck after that.
A little confusion there. Max McCoy runs in a circle.
McCoy, the move looked like it worked for a second. Now, backwards progress for the Hermits.
Ooh.
Oh.
John McAllister. Oh, no, that was PJ Degnan getting in the ruck.
Oh. Getting a little chippy. Big rivalry.
Turista thrown down.
Malvern being really aggressive on defense, and it's working, pushing the Hermits back. No forward progress.
Well, yeah, early on it looked like the Hermits were kind of dominating this game.
John
they got
McAllister seen him punch a hole.
that early try, and they looked like they were going to get something going, but nothing. McCoy back. They're going to punt it
Del Monte.
forward.
It's out.
Looked
Hermits
like he wanted it to go to Trayvon Randall, but just too much on the kick and goes out of bounds.
Hermits were in the red back there. Not a lot of room to play with. Decided to kick it out.
It's not a bad decision. You were in the back. You already saw a couple of interceptions, or what should have been interceptions. One almost should have been for a try. So it's not the worst decision by the Hermits to get rid of it, reset.
Both sides struggling a little bit with the ball handling. Could be just because it's early season, not in the rhythm yet.
It's a little chilly out, too. I mean, not that that's blaming it. It's beautiful 50s, but not exactly a warm day out, so, could always be a factor. It's going to go over their heads. Malvern will get a
Overthrown
lucky bounce.
again.
Good bounce there from Malvern. They'll look to make the best of it. Ooh, good tackle. And we got a ruck.
Got to get low in those tackles. You're letting up a couple extra yards.
Ooh, good pass there right before the tackle. They're moving that ball, going towards that far sideline. Going to get another ruck. They're playing rough right now, playing hard.
Ball's knocked. I believe those are the best passes. Right as you're going to get tackled, you throw the ball off. You draw that defender.
Yeah, the offloads are very hard to do, though. And if you get it down, it's very hard to stop if you're the defense.
So we're going to get a scrum there over on the far sideline.
Bind.
The fourth of the game.
Set. Ball's in.
Let me guess. Hermits are going to win it.
Trevi will find a gap.
You can hear the fans. They think Trevi had something there. He gets tackled.
Malvern recovers it, but I believe the ref is going to call hands in the ruck and kick the touch. That doesn't look like it's going to go. Oh, it does go out. A little close there.
And Trayvon Randall could have had a huge run, but also made not a bad decision to cut inside. Just could have had more if he kept it on the outside and passed to the wing.
Yep, he had some passes there that he opted not to take. No harm, no foul for the Hermits, other than conceding a line out here. It's going to be Nick Scafidi to throw in.
Nick Scafidi, I saw the other day working on his lineouts, throw the ball in.
Right to Dengen. Dengen to McCoy. Here go the Hermits.
Jack Del Monte trying to juke Malvern out.
And there goes Malvern. They got the possession.
He was able to get the ruck before Hermits and was able to get the ball.
And now they're on that far sideline working. The Hermits have looked strong defensively so far. Offensively, a little shaky
Maybe
outside.
a high tackle missed by the ref.
And there goes Malvern up the far sideline. They're getting some progress here.
Malvern doing a good job making forward progress.
And Malvern is doing a great job on the rucks right now.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Malvern doing a great job out of those. Hermits doing a better job out of the scrums, so pretty even there. We need a tackle.
Malvern's 8-man, Reagan, if I do not mistaken, very aggressive player.
They're pushing towards
You're
that
saying,
try.
Augustine, you need to be aggressive here.
A lot
Every
of
yard counts.
Hermits players just standing around. Got to make a tackle. It looks like they're going to stop him here for a second.
In these situations, it's really easy to just get the pass right out of the ruck, and just go through, go straight. But Hermits are waiting there.
It looks like we got an injury over from Malvern, and that's why the play was stopped. Right about 2-3 yards from the try for Malvern.
If we saw before, the Malvern was able to capitalize on the Hermits not getting to the ruck in time and take the ball away. That's one of the hardest. Personally, I believe that's one of the hardest things to call in rugby is when the ruck is formed and when you can have your hands in there and out.
And so that's injured is Brogna, a junior in his own right. Down. Looks like they're checking his shoulders.
You know, he's up in that ruck all up there with the fours, hard hitting.
And so the ball is stopped around the 2-yard line for the football field.
But yeah, about maybe 5 yards to go before the try zone.
They're getting close. They're getting close. Hermits, now is the time. Now's where you need your defense to step up.
Oh, there must have been. I didn't see it, but there was a knock on there. Scrum down, Hermits ball.
That's huge for the Hermits.
Especially because we dominate in these scrums. Gain possession here.
I might think an option here is to kick the ball out since those Hermits are backed up to their own try zone.
Definitely. And Malvern's done such a great job in the rucks. It might be a better idea. And there's an interception and a try.
That is number 9 Gorman with the try, and that is 5 points for Malvern Prep.
Malvern, after the Hermits try, it looks like they weren't woken up before that, but then after they scored, they were woken up and came at the Hermits hard.
Yeah, got a second with that injury to reset, get ready, score your try. Now you're going to get an easy kick here.
That's a great heads-up play by Gorman as well. And if you're St. Augustine, like Jacob said before, you probably should have kicked it out of bounds because you can't trust it, having it in your own backfield, having to get out of the 20-yard line at least to be safe.
Kick was good.
Yup, a conversion for Malvern. Hermits, that's where your missed conversion from Max McCoy. Hard conversion to get matters because now you're down by 2. 7-5 game, still relatively close. You know, it looked like that injury sort of propelled Malvern, got a second to regroup. They were getting kind of stuffed on that goal line. Hermits even got the scrum, but couldn't do anything with it.
And also, Malvern will get the ball back now.
That's huge for Malvern to build up some momentum. we've got about 20 minutes down through that
About halfway through the half.
first half.
Huge tackle by P.J. Degnan.
PJ Degnan, one of the strongest tacklers on the Hermits squad. Really grabs that one leg, lifts you up off the ground.
Hermit's interception, that's not
There's a
good.
break in the defense.
Hermit's good to bring him down. Malvern looking to make something happen over on that far sideline. Or Malvern, I should say, looking to make something happen on that far sideline. The ruck, out comes Malvern. And it's going to force a ruck. That ball is just kicked away.
That's
Nobody's
a great
back.
kick,
There
but
was-
it does go out of bounds.
Yeah, there was nobody back there to grab it, so Turista and Trevi had to run back, but to no avail. Falls out of bounds for a line out. Around 15 yards from the try zone for Malvern, looks like.
Line out. If I were the Hermits, I'd probably, if the opportunity there, I would keep the ball and go for it, but maybe kick the ball really backed up here.
After the last time you were backed up and you got possession and you obviously made a mistake and ended up conceding a try, it wouldn't be the worst idea to kick it away, but they're going to lose the line out.
Ooh. Sonny Scafidi gets trucked.
Tough guy. Hard hit to take, though.
Max McCoy, one of the smaller guys, but he's a really good tackler, and it hurts a lot to get tackled by him.
The Hermits are struggling here.
A lot of the Hermits, they need to get a little lower.
Need to go low. They are not low right now on their tackles.
Relatively. And there's going to be a ruck on that far sideline, pretty close to the try zone. Oh, they got to make a tackle here. He's pushing. That's close.
They think they have the try. The ref blows the whistle. Huge.
No try yet. As we stand about a couple yards away from the try, they're just going to power it in about. It's close over there. That far end zone. And they're going to.
Another advantage, I believe, for Malvern.
Malvern looking to make something happen here.
Oh, and a big truck.
Give it to the big guy.
But again, I don't think he got there. A lot of pushing going on.
The Hermits need to get possession and get out of here. This is a dangerous position.
Hermits are doing a great job making them stay at ball. Great
Good
move.
juke. Oh, did he drop the ball, though?
There's a call here.
I believe he dropped the ball
The ref is
Or he
going to
did
say he
score.
placed it. That was a great move
amazing
on
move.
the try.
And so the conversion attempt from Gorman, another easy one right from the middle.
Gorman appears to me one of those soccer players who comes over to rugby and is very excellent at kicking.
Well, yeah, soccer's a popular sport to switch over to rugby from. You can kick, and obviously you got that stamina, that speed from playing soccer.
Footwork and agility especially as well.
Yeah, so you see a lot of soccer players transition to rugby. Occasionally you'll see a couple football players transition. Rugby, one of those sports that a lot of people don't always come here for, but just kind of pick up as a side sport, and it ends up becoming their main sport, and they become real good at it.
Exactly.
End up going to college to play rugby. One of the better Hermit sports, in the past decade or two, a lot of state championships up in that wall and rodeo gym. Look up during mass, and you see a lot of rugby.
Coach Gunn, even though he's a new coach, he's bringing out a lot of opportunities for both teams, actually, the players of both teams. I believe there's some college coaches here watching the game.
Always good for these guys to get scouted. You know, not the most watched or popular sport, but a really fun sport to watch and to play. The Hermits looking for something. There we go.
McAllister gets it. He's so close
Stays
to the
in.
out-of-bound line. And gets pushed.
Possession
out
for
of
the
bounds.
first time in a while.
McAllister fighting there to stay in bounds. Almost had it.
We're going to get a line out here around, the 25-yard line on the football field. It's going to go to the backs, guys. It's going to go to Malvern.
And the kick. Turista back.
Good catch.
Good hands, almost like fielding a punt.
Generally in rugby, when you kick catch that ball off the kick, you want to turn around and get up in the air so no one can hit you while you're in the air. And if you do drop the ball, it goes backwards, so it's not a knock-on.
Malvern's going to get possession here, and they're going to look to go out of bounds. Didn't exactly fall out of bounds at first, but the Hermits are going to let it bounce.
Yeah, maybe try one of those plays there. You jump out of bounds and knock the ball back in before it touches the ground out.
Regardless, the Hermits are going to gain a line out here.
Hermits once again backed up into their own zone. Hopefully they can get the ball and get some position down the field.
Really, most of the game's been played on this side of the 50-yard line. Not good job from the Hermits possessing the ball over in Malvern territory, putting some pressure on them. Malvern's going to win the line out. And we're going to have a call. So ref has a word with a couple of Hermit players, it looks like. With about nearing 28 minutes on the time, it's ticking.
It's going to be interesting to see when Coach Gunn makes his first substitution, almost a half hour into the game, and still no one from the bench yet coming in.
Yeah, it should be. I'd like to see that pretty soon. Hermits have struggled in a couple areas of the game.
Bono stopping in his tracks.
Oh.
Bad drop from Del Monte.
And so it looks like we're going to have a scrum, which obviously, like we've said, Hermits have been the better force here. Now is the time for your scrum to be very good. Now is the time for it to work.
And if you're St. Augustine, you have a lot of ground to make up, too. Because of the missed conversion, they're down 9 now, so they need two tries.
Two-score game. It's obviously not insurmountable, but you're gonna need some scores later in this game if you want to.
And Malvern's time of possession has really controlled this game.
Hermits once again dominating in the scrum.
And this is basically what's keeping the Hermits afloat in this game. Hermits have been dominated in a lot of areas, but the scrum, that's their strong suit today. And we're going to get a call.
Hermits struggling to get to the ruck quickly. And
now an advantage for Malvern.
John McAllister was late to the ruck, and Malvern already had their hands on the ball.
Malvern liking that far sideline here. Going to press up.
Malvern's doing a really good job of supporting their offensive players and getting to the ruck quickly. Good tackle there.
There we go. They've struggled tackling at points in this game, but that's a good one right there.
And St. Augustine hasn't missed that many tackles, but they just aren't going that low, so Malvern's getting a few extra yards each time.
Yeah, and those few extra yards will add up to you in time. especially if you're doing it almost every single time you tackle.
Hermits looking to get a little more momentum on defense here.
They're going to push it to the outside. Ball's on the ground.
It looked like a forward pass at first. Ref blows his whistle. I believe he's saying it's a knock-on, though.
The Hermits will take it. There was a couple opportunities for each team to break away if they could grab hold of the ball.
Hermits, what I would focus on here is if someone goes for a run, they got to stay with them to ruck for the ball and keep possession. Malvern did a really good job on these defensive rucks and getting there quicker than the Hermits.
And we got a scrum here on the near side around the 30-yard line. This is where your advantage in the scrums would be huge. McCoy wins it. Ooh, bad pass from Sonny Scafidi.
Another knock on.
And that's
by
going
Delmonte.
to be a try for Malvern. It looks like ball was on the ground a little bit.
But it looked like he placed it first.
And that's what they'll call. So another 5 points for Malvern Prep. They will extend their lead to a score of 19-5 pending a conversion attempt from Gorman.
And it looks like it's all mental from Jack Delmonte. He's had a few drops here, but it seems like he's just getting in his own head, and he needs to make sure he can bounce back because it'll affect him the rest of the game.
Yeah, you just got to forget it, honestly. And
It's not just Delmonte, but
the kick will go through.
it's all the little things. Got to get a little lower in those tackles. Got to get to the rucks quicker. Got to focus on that passing.
And it is a 21-5 game here. Hermits, need to score, need to get some momentum going before the end of this half if they want a chance at pulling something out in the second half.
Malvern has made all 3 conversions, so St. Augustine has a lot of ground to make up here.
Yeah, 3-score game.
With only 8 minutes about left in this half, and also the second half as well.
Again, another one of those times when that missed conversion from McCoy is going to hurt you. Obviously, it was hard, but you got to make those right now.
That was a good kick. I believe it wasn't 10 yards.
Yeah, it was not 10. Great job by Malvern to not bite and let the ball bounce so they could get an advantage.
And mistakes all across the board from the Hermits. With about 33 minutes gone, chewed down.
Hermits here, maybe this plays in their favor, the scrum down in the middle.
The Hermits started off really good, had a 5-0 lead, and it looked like everything was going well, but Malvern has all the momentum right now, and the Hermits need to figure out how to get it back.
Straight downhill from there. And this is where you could get it back if you get it into their area, into their half of the field and just keep it there. That's the goal. You got to keep it there.
Yeah, and the ball has not been in Malvern's half since probably when they got their try. It's been a long time, so they need to figure out how to get it back there.
And that's Malvern's first scrum win, I'd say, the entire game. They push, though, up that far sideline that they like so much.
Malvern has done a good job of not turning the ball over as well. St. Augustine's dropped the ball a few times, but Malvern just has not been dropping it.
Yeah, and a couple of interceptions from Malvern come to mind as well.
And there's a hands in the ruck. The ref blew his whistle. It looked like they could have had a lot there, but he makes them come back and reset.
That's probably good for the Hermits. He was off to the races.
And it's going to be kick to touch.
And it's going to fall out of bounds. Almost hit a car over there. That would have been a shame.
Hermits, this would be a big win to stop Malvern in their territory and hold them till the half and talk things over and see where they need to go from here.
Huge line out here for the Hermits. Could really use a win here. And Malvern's going to gain it.
Malvern's done a good job on the lineouts today as well.
Yeah, they've done a good job pushing the ball upfield as well. Oh, what a pass.
Hey, get in there, Ruck, do something.
Gorman out, and a good tackle there. We're going to get a ruck. Malvern's been really good out of these today. Oh, and there you go. There's a hole. He's going to gain a couple yards out of that. Malvern's been playing really well. It looks like they got something here.
The break in the defense.
Put a spin move. Spun out of the tackle. Now they got some room on this far sideline.
Del Monte steals it.
Redemption for Del Monte.
Zalata picked him up off the ground.
I was going to say, I saw you picked up him off the ground. Surely that can't be legal.
And there's an advantage for the Hermits now. I'm guessing they'll scrum here, but we'll see what they choose.
Yeah, I'd assume scrum, considering their usual success.
But again, what do you do here? Do you kick it out of bounds because of how deep you are into their territory, or do you just try and get something going on offense?
It depends on what your game plan is. Do you want to attempt to score one more time before half, or do you just want to sort of?
I like to see the ball here get out to
don't
somebody like Trevi Randall and get the ball rolling. But Kuzma takes it.
Yeah, found a little space in there. The rucks they've had trouble with, though.
And a nice reversal. Del Monte will
kick
it, but does not go out of bounds. And he loses the ball. That should be a knock-on.
And it will be. And that's huge. That's
huge luck there for the Hermits.
Blunder there.
You know, it's almost St. Patrick's Day, the luck of the Irish with the Hermits there. If he didn't drop that, he's gone. He's got a lot of space to work on this near sideline. Again, the Hermits have gotten a couple of lucky breaks to keep them in this game here. Another score, and it could be a runaway for Malvern in the coveted Augustinian Cup. But the Hermits will elect to scrum.
They need to get it to their wingers. Trayvon Randall has a lot of speed.
Yeah, Trevi does. That's where they've had their success. McCoy, you've seen that.
Aggressive run from Danny Francis.
Oh, good pass.
The risky knock on there. I mean, a risky offload. Excuse me.
They're going to ruck.
Huber
with some power. He's the big man.
And this is the furthest St. Augustine has gotten this in probably over 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get something here.
Little switch.
And it looks like one of the Malvern players was hopping around for. Ooh.
An advantage, St. Augustine. They need to go quick here, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more. I would say probably 4 minutes left in his half after that stop time from the injury.
Yeah, down right before that first try for Malvern. You want to, I mean, at this point.
Del Monte will kick out of bounds here.
I was going to say, you looked really good early, so. Wondering if you try and. Now maybe your mindset's changed to you can possibly score here.
Kicks it into the stands.
Yeah, hooking.
And only about 2 minutes left in this first half for St. Augustine. So you don't want to rush yourselves, but you also need to get something going pretty quickly.
Yeah, it looked like they had a little momentum going their way. Could really use to pick up on that, even if you don't score, but just keep picking up with it.
I'd like to see the ball here get to the outside backs on like Kuzma and Turista out there and Buono.
Yeah, the speed is where the Hermits were successful early, and they just need to go back to it. They need to revert back to what was working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to line out. Hermits win it.
They go into a maul.
An interesting call there.
Going to have to pass it out of there.
Offloads. Long pass and miscommunication from the Hermits. Bono trying to make something out of it. And
that's a
forward pass. No call from the ref. The ref has missed a few forward passes today.
I guess the Hermits will take it.
On both sides.
Makeup call there, maybe.
Scafidi.
The Hermits got to take advantage of the fact.
And they're just going to rip the ball out of Scafidi's hands. And St. Augustine will have advantage. We'll see if they choose a scrum or.
I'd assume they'd choose a scrum. I mean, it's looking like they're setting up for one as well. Helicopter flies overhead.
A little flyover for the game. How about that?
Towards the end of the first half, 40 minutes and then some have ticked off. Now the Hermits really could use to get something going. Like you said, about
There we
That's
go.
exactly what they need. Del Monte on the outside with Randall.
Catch the ball with some momentum.
They need to keep swinging it.
And even if you don't score here, the momentum, this is what you got to keep.
And remember, in rugby, the game doesn't stop till there's the ball goes out of bounds. There's a try.
And a great run from Francis. McCoy will swing it, and they need to get it to the outside again.
They're just going to elect to have Huber drive up the middle.
What I like to see here is something I call flip the field, get to the ball to the other side.
And nearly dropped. Barrett holds on, gets a few, and he's
Good
still
yards
going.
from Barrett.
Something flew off there. That looks like a cleat.
Someone's cleat came off.
It appears Logan Barrett's cleat came off. I'm assuming he's just going to play with that for the rest of the half.
Not a lot of time left, and you're in a great position.
And you have to hold on to the ball here if you're St. Augustine. You cannot lose it. And they have numbers.
On the
Degnan
outside.
Is Degnan going to take it in?
This
PJ
is
Degnan,
huge.
what a run.
And he's going to
And
slam
what
it
a
down.
try.
Dengen celebrates.
And that's how you get momentum before the half. Obviously, you wish you could have got to the middle a little bit more so you can make it an easier kick for Max McCoy. But a great run by PJ Degnan.
I believe this will end the half and it'll go to halftime after this
As soon as
conversion. Once again, not as extreme as the first time, but a conversion from the outside.
A little bit further away, honestly.
And the conversion may not make a huge difference because it'll still be a two-possession game either way, but you would have liked to have it.
That's huge for the Hermits' momentum they've gotten so far.
I believe that is good.
And it is.
Max McCoy nearly made it from very difficult range the first time. Makes it that time.
And that is half.
The score, the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep 12. They're trailing by 9 against Malvern Prep Friars, who have 21. We'll go to break. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to La Rosa Turf Field on the campus of St. Augustine Prep for this Augustinian Cup matchup between the Malvern Prep Friars and the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep. After an eventful first 40 minutes, Malvern Prep leads 21-12. You know, a great start for Hermits, got the first try, and then it was all downhill from there. Last minute, last play of the game, they get a try and a conversion.
Yeah, PJ Degnan. Hopefully that swings the momentum.
Yeah, Malvern will get the ball now to start this half, but hopefully for St. Augustine Prep they can keep this momentum going, especially because they need 2 tries, not 1, to even get the lead.
Did that start? Oh. Yeah.
A good kick there from Max McCoy. And
Randall has it, but he, I believe, went out of bounds.
And they've switched sides to the Hermits scoring on.
The flag holder raised this flag, I believe, but the referee didn't call it. And great moves from Francis.
Yeah, football player in his own right. Pretty good running back, solid linebacker. Playing rugby since freshman year. Pretty good player.
Swing it a bit too much.
Kuzma hopefully cover to rest of their secure their rock. Amazing kick there. Trevi Randall was able to get the ball.
They're going to get it to Huber probably, and he will bulldoze. A great stand by Malvern.
Yeah, Hermits had a lot of momentum coming straight out of
John and PJ Degnan, 2 of the bigger
John
guys.
McAllister.
He is just fighting.
They call him Big John for a reason.
Yeah, my pre-cal class, pretty smart guy as well. Pushing up the far sideline. The ball's loose. I don't know what happened there.
Looks like Malvern was able to get the ball. But was it out of bounds? It looks like it was a knock on it. Or, yeah, it was out of bounds. We'll have a line out.
It's the line out over on that far sideline. It'll be Malvern to take it. Malvern's been pretty successful on these today. Could use it here pretty deep in Hermit's territory. Way to win it over TJ Burns for the Hermits. Oh, and a high.
Del Monte jumps and catches it.
High end over end kick.
Not a very strong kick. Probably want to get a little more depth there.
Yeah, great hang time. Just didn't get it far enough. Oh, that
Good
high
run
tackle.
from Francis. He's not wrapped up, and he
there goes
keeps
Danny
running.
Francis. The sophomore will score.
What a heads-up play by Francis. Malvern thought he was down and didn't realize that they didn't wrap him to the ground.
Rugby, a little different from other sports. You can get knocked to the ground, but if you are not wrapped by the opposing player, you are not officially tackled down. You can get back up if you are not wrapped by the defenseman.
And for McCoy, this has got to be one of pretty easy considering the last 2 kicks he's had to attempt, both from far, hard angles. This one straight from the middle, basically an extra point.
Extra point is good.
And
Only a 1 conversion game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's huge for the Hermits. They really needed that. And with getting possession back, you can see the life has just been inspired back into them.
Yeah, some momentum back in the Hermits squad. They can look a little more high energy than before.
I just noticed a substitution. Danny Cortez has come into the game for the Hermits. Hermits could use to just eat up some possession here. You know, early in the first half, they had success just like this. Then they started losing possession, and they just didn't have that, spark to them. It's a high end over end kick.
Great catch by Malvern. That was Brogna who made the catch.
Oh, that's a good move. Hermit's got to start tackling now.
And a great rock.
And the Hermits' tackling hasn't been great today, but it's looking better so far.
Yeah, they've done a good job of sticking the tackles. They just got to get low.
I believe that was a knock on there.
over on that far sideline. Ref stops play. I'm assuming they're going to scrum, considering that's what the Hermits love to do. That's what they're good at. That's their strong suit compared to this Malvern team, who's done a really good job on line out specifically. And so it looks like they're getting their outer guys set. Look to make a run.
I don't believe I mentioned this before, but this is the first game of any spring sport for the school, opening up the spring sports season.
Relatively early. I mean, there's still some state championships for basketball to be played. And we got rugby out here in early March, the 8th, coming out here to play. And probably one of the Hermits' biggest games outside of the
And that drop by Del Monte again.
state playoffs.
Good job by Logan Barrett to pick it up, even though it will be Malvern ball.
Hey, stop being sloppy. Come on, boys. Check the ball. Let's go, boys.
We'll be scrummed down here. As I mentioned, the first game of the spring season. Coming off, I would say, one of the strongest winter seasons I've seen from Prep. Two NJISA championships, one in swimming and one in ice hockey.
Yeah, and probably
both back-to-back, not to mention.
Yeah, and probably one of the greatest atmospheres in Prep sports history. We took over the Rock up in Newark, brought 8 fan buses, a ton of seniors drived. A lot of these rugby guys were at the game to support their ice hockey.
Yeah, I would say
brothers.
most of the schools up there at the game. It was a great time.
I've heard something around 425, 450 were up there out of 650. So that's a pretty good percentage.
That is.
And so now spring sports gearing up, try and compete with the winter sports and have a better season. That'll be hard. But rugby looks to be a part of that state championship ways. It was Dengen with the ball.
They're going to go through the ruck again.
Yeah, I believe they're going to re-scrum.
Speaking of spring sports, lacrosse, baseball, and tennis and golf start next week.
Yeah, practices haven't even started for some of those sports.
No, tryouts start next week. That is according to the state rules on spring sports. Starts the 14th.
Rugby governed kind of outside of the NJSIA, so they don't really follow the same rules in like practices and stuff like that. That's why you see us playing the Augustinian Cup, a coveted game, in the early March.
Hell.
Couple of great tackles there from the Hermits. This is the physicality that they were lacking. Getting low, making good tackles, driving them back. It's going to be a ruck. Hermits, no need of time.
Opportunity for Malvern here to get it to the outside, but not much there from Pajan.
They've really
Great tackle by Danny Francis.
Danny Francis showing some of that linebacker skill.
I believe the ref there is going to call a high tackle.
Should have shown the film to Coach Pete. I'm sure he would have.
Big tackle, but a great offload.
And so Malvern got a huge gain out of that. Good offload again.
They need a turnover here.
Another great offload.
And they might get it, and they do.
And they got to go. They got room.
They have numbers, but a lazy pass.
Kuzma's got to get on that.
They need a ruck here.
Maybe a high hit on Kuzma.
A lot of missed calls from the referee, not really calling any high tackles or forward passes. He's really only called knock-on so far.
Ooh.
Degnan going up, but there looks to be not that much support from the Hermits side.
One of those stronger guys. Ooh. They got to call something there.
And it will be advantage to Malvern Prep.
Hermits, as I said before, struggling to support players when they get on a run in the ruck.
Yeah, we've seen most of the goals have just been, powering through, finding holes.
It looks like he's going to go for a tap and go.
That's what he'll try.
And a draw
that's a knock
from
on.
the big guy, Nastasy.
McCoy grabs it out of his hands. He knows it's Hermit's advantage.
Max McCoy looking like he wants to get something done.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of that energy, that enthusiasm. We're ready to go. Obviously, the scrum, that's the Hermits' choice most of the time. They love it. It works for them. I mean, I think they've lost, one scrum? Doing an excellent job out of these.
Logan Barrett.
Oh, Logan
Great
Barrett, he's
move.
got room. There go the Hermits. They're going to pass it out. And it looks like, going to get stopped there.
McCoy will take it on the ruck.
Danny Cortez seeing if he can get some
And
space.
they may have numbers here on the
They
outside.
They got to go.
Barrett has it. He
Barrett.
has space, but he loses it. It is backwards, and Turista dives on it.
He's offside.
And the refs, I believe, missed an offsides call.
Just take it, Danny.
The Hermits just gotta push.
Forming a little maul here with Cortez and Degnan.
McCoy running in circles. He just grabbed the ball from the Malvern guy.
Turista. Hermit's not really going nowhere here.
Yeah, but good ball movement. You're gonna
Good-
find a hole
Good
eventually.
ball movement. Doing better again in the rucks.
An advantage, St. Augustine.
Kick it deep and take the ball.
It looks like they're gonna kick. Would be McCoy. McCoy's boot got nice depth to it.
Good bounce to outside, out of bounds.
Good kick from McCoy there. He struggled. He had a couple of those types of kicks, just didn't go his way early on. They're getting better. He missed a conversion. That's getting better. Along with his excellent play out of the scrums and his try, I mean, he's done a great job for the Hermits early. He's been a very valuable player in this Augustinian Cup game. As time ticks away, the Hermits only losing by 2. This one shaping out to be a very close game as we go down the stretch. It's going to be a line out for the Hermits. Oh, and it's dropped.
Knock on Hermits there.
Yeah, Malvern had some room to work to. Just poor play out of the line out. But we've seen that all day. The Hermits have struggled with those. They'll get a scrum, which is probably beneficial for them. They'd probably prefer that.
It is Hermit's scrum. It was a knock on off of Malvern.
We're going to have to redo it. And so we're going to get,
If a ref doesn't like the scrum, the way it's set up, he'll call it and restart it.
he's going to push it back. Trevi Randall looking
Randall.
for something. Oh, and he's
what
got a hole.
fake.
He's pushing.
He faked the jump pass and then kept the ball.
He's got some power on those legs. And they're pushing there.
But a good pushback by Malvern.
Looks like we're going to get maybe a maul. The
I'd
ball
give
is
it to
down.
McAllister, Dengen, Huber if Huber's in, and just push up that middle. They're not going to get it here.
They might need to swing the ball here. 'cause
I
it
would
seems
agree. I
like
think,
Malvern's outpowering them on the inside.
I would swing it out here to someone on the wing like Bono.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh,
of
there you
space.
go. Huber, is he in? Going to be a call
This
there.
is going to be a huge call. They're giving it to Malvern, I believe.
Hermits with faces of disbelief.
And they needed to get to the outside there. They had numbers clearly.
Yeah, there was no need to keep pushing up the middle when there wasn't something there. But this is going to be a deep kick that Malvern's going to have to attempt. Not the best.
Randall will catch.
And that's the guy you want catching if you're the Hermits.
McCoy is
rocked.
hit hard. And they will
I believe
call
it.
a high tackle. I believe that's the first one he's called all game.
Well, it looks like he clotheslined McCoy. Can't do that in rugby. Up. And now there's a second of discussion with the referee. About 55 minutes played so far. The Hermits look like they want to scrum. I don't know, they're just kind of.
They will, I believe,
They're going to kick.
kick it out of bounds.
And that kick. Ooh.
Stays in bounds, but it's deep into Malvern territory.
I don't know if that's what they were going for.
But it could be a blessing in disguise if Malvern drops it.
They're gonna
Will
kick
Tarista in
it.
the backfield looking to get the
Tarista and
ball.
Trevi are back there. He's got Trevi behind him. Oh, poor pass.
Tarista, one of those newer.
McCoy,
Oh,
nice
McCoy.
broken tackle.
McCoy.
And the quickness of Max McCoy. He's holding on to that ball, and they're trying to rip it out.
McCoy was looking like Julian Turney there. Up. It's just a little bit of confusion there, but they're going to get it out for a second.
You know, rugby not played around here at a younger age. One of those mistakes guys make is they dance. They like to move
And
around.
what a play by Degnan,
Ooh.
if he can get there.
Oh, it looked like he could get there for a second.
But a great tackle.
I believe it.
And they are
Almost
close
out
to
of
the
bounds.
out-of-bounds line.
Up. The
And
flag
they
was raised.
Raise the flag. The ref doesn't blow the whistle.
And the ball was kicked. That's Tarista.
And they have numbers on the outside. They need to swing it here.
They recognize it.
Move it, offload it.
They're pushing. The Hermits faithful looking for a.
And a missed
Try.
opportunity, but they could still score here as long as they make the right play.
And that's not exactly the right play, but they're going to get a ruck out of it. Huber. Good offload.
McAllister, how do you deal with those two coming right at you?
They grabbed the shirt there of McAllister.
I want to see the Hermits here get the ball out to some space.
That's what they're looking to do, Jacob.
A nice
Oh.
play by Barrett breaking tackles. He's
There, he's gonna get
also
some
a hard
support.
one to break down, even if he's not the size of Luke Huber or John McAllister.
That's going to be
McCoy,
Oh, that's
very
got to
high
be a
tackle.
call. I don't know where the call is on
Barrett
that.
getting into it.
That's got to be a call.
So it's a very dangerous play.
I mean, that looked like a horse collar. And obviously Barrett getting into it for his Hermit brother. Now, you don't like to see a high tackle like that. That could have been dangerous.
If I were the Hermits here, get the ball to space.
I'd swing it. You see everyone in the same area, and there's only one or two guys on the outside there.
Swing it out to Kuzma on the wing.
Once you have it in space there, it's not like they're going to be able to catch up. You just have to have that power and speed on the outside.
The Hermits are going to come in and discuss what they're
It looks
planning
like they
on doing.
might be writing a set play here.
So as the Hermits take some time, a try here would be huge. They're right near that try zone. To get one here, put the Hermits in prime position. They would take the lead. This is huge, down by 2, for the momentum that they've been building slowly but surely.
Degnan.
Powerful. They need to place it.
No placement yet. No whistle
You
yet.
cannot lose possession if you're St. Augustine. You're
I would
right
say
there.
almost 2 yards from the try zone. Hard to see what's happening in that pile of guys.
And I believe St. Augustine will have advantage, but
And the Hermits will just take a touch and go. That's
Degnan
got to
just
be
takes
placed.
it in right away.
the second try of the day for P.J. Degnan.
And that was a huge play up the middle, finding the hole.
That set play before looks like they were just going to go in with Degnan and McAllister and Huber and just power through.
And it looks like somebody's limping. That's Del Monte. I'm assuming he's going to play through it. And that's McCoy to take the kick. Another easy one.
Looks like he's just a little tight there. Kick was good.
So the Hermits extend themselves to a try lead.
No, only a 4-point lead.
5. But
Or
if
5. My bad.
they get
Bad
the
math, man.
conversion, then they have the lead. So you got to get a stop here if you're St. Augustine.
We're in Mr. Wooster's Hall 1 class together.
Yeah, no,
Didn't go from there.
it appears I haven't done too good at math.
Mr. Wooster would be disappointed. So the Hermits looking to gain possession here. Maybe make a little bit of something happen here. And maybe, with about 20 minutes left, you're not comfortable with a 5-point lead. That's only a try. Conversion would take the lead for Malvern. With the way we've seen Malvern, sort of eat up possession, if they get the ball, they could really be dangerous.
I'd say it's a pretty even match here. Just Hermits were able to capitalize on Malvern penalties.
So Malvern to kick. That one high wobbler.
Caught by Degnan. He could offload, or they should ruck here.
That's what they're doing. They're rucking.
And
Ball
that's
with a
enough.
drop from Francis.
Unlucky bobble.
Knock on, and Malvern will have advantage.
Well, that's huge for Malvern. You're in Hermits territory. Now is where you want to, if you're Malvern, use your possession that we saw earlier and just slowly, meticulously work your way towards a try. And you'd prefer to have it up the middle at this point because the conversion really matters here. Still a lot of time left, but you'd like to be able to take the lead after your try if you could get one. We're going to scrum. Oh,
Scrum went out the side. That can't happen. The ball went out the side of the scrum. That can't happen. Probably going to redo the scrum.
that's what they'll do.
It appears someone is down.
It's a Hermit. It's Danny Francis, who's had a huge role in today's game. A couple of really good tackles, a couple of really good runs, and even a try. And that's looks like a leg. And so they're going to bring on a sub.
I believe that is Rocco Pastizzi.
Another football player coming in.
One of the younger guys, too. I believe he's a sophomore.
Yup, him and Danny are both sophomores. Very good rugby players. The Hermits will huddle up, have a try lead. No, it looks like it could possibly be a cramp. I mean, they're grabbing at his calf, a little bit of knee. No speculation, but we hope it's just a cramp.
Uh-huh.
Little ding.
Looks like we have some reserves on both sides ready to get into the game.
Yeah, like we said, some of those reserves are being forced. Obviously, Pastizzi for Francis wasn't, I guess, in their plans, but some of the other subs are just trying to get some guys in. And that's a good sign. Danny Francis is walking off under his own power. Barely a limp. Actually, he's jogging off a little bit, so it's a great sign if you're the Hermits.
I would assume that just be a cramp and just needs to just give it a little time. It'll be good.
Get some water. Relax. Rugby, a game where you're just going at it for a solid 40 minutes a half. So, obviously cramps tend to happen. Not exactly the warmest atmosphere here today, but you're going to scrum. Oh, bad pass. It's going backwards. Oh.
And
The Hermits faithful are not happy
an
with that.
injury and an advantage.
I was a little confused there. I didn't think a ruck formed yet.
Looks like he's bleeding a little bit from the nose, maybe, possibly.
Nosebleeds often common in rugby. My older brother, you probably get a nosebleed a game playing rugby.
I don't think it's a nosebleed.
I don't believe it's a nosebleed either. Looks like something to do with his leg.
Yep. Now if you're the Hermits, gotta take a chance, take a breath, relax. You're up. You're winning by 5. You know, the 2 injuries. Oh. Del Monte was limping a little bit back there.
I believe he was the cramp from before. He's trying to work it out.
Yeah, I saw he was kind of running around, and I was hoping he didn't tweak anything.
And the clock is running, so
Yo,
a lot of clock
gonna get
being
some injury
wasted
time.
here.
shout out to trainer Matt out there. He's getting inducted into the Hermits Athletic Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
One of those guys that goes unnoticed but does a lot of work for everyone at the school.
Yeah, whether it's taping before a game, you know, he does a lot for the school.
Helping out other teams with injuries like this, stretching people out, dealing with broken bones,
He does
everything over the list.
And it looks like he's walking off under his own power. Number 11, Ogborn for Malvern. So with, you know, about 15 minutes, if my math's correct, left. The only issue there is that there's going to be some injury time with the past 2 injuries. That one goes way out.
It looks like Dominic Botto was subbed in.
Sophomore Dom Botto.
Yeah,
Very good tackler.
I believe he plays both 7s and 15s.
Oh, yes, he does.
He was a good 7s player. Improved so much from his
Freshman year.
Yeah. He became so much better in his sophomore year.
I believe he was one of those 8th graders that come out to practice.
Ooh,
He was.
that's really big play from the line out. But now you got to do something.
Logan Barrett doing a good job finding space all throughout today.
Yeah, there was a second where it looked not so great, and like they were gonna have to.
They
kick.
have numbers on the outside if they swing the ball, but
Yeah, but they're stuck up the middle.
Malvern having to commit multiple guys to tackle McAllister.
Again, a big guy. Been very valuable for the Hermits. And now they're going to give it to the other big guy,
Huber.
Huber loses the ball. And another drop.
This time, Malvern dropped it.
But
Malvern had advantage, I believe.
yes, Malvern already had an advantage, so it's going to go scrum to Malvern.
Like we said, Hermits like the scrums.
McAllister getting subbed off for
That's blown
Yeah,
out.
but even if they've been very successful with their scrums, losing McAllister is not going to be easy for them to win this one. He's one of their strongest guys.
McAllister looking to take maybe a break. Avoid that cramping that we've seen with everybody else. It's a long season. It looks like the Hermits won it. McCoy out. Here go the Hermits. Oh, good tackle.
They have numbers.
He's going to have to offload it. They're going to ruck for it. Hermits get it.
Botto cuts inside.
Otto taking a big
And against multiple guys, they're trying to rip the ball from him. Good strength to hold on to it.
I'll remind you that this is for the Augustinian Cup, 2 Augustinian schools. Probably the only 2 Augustinian high
It
schools
looks
in
like
the area.
Nastus is injured.
Yeah, a string of injuries past, a couple minutes. Both of the previous injuries have looked like cramps, which is obviously a good thing. Never want to see any guy go down.
But also, you never know. It could always be something worse. Hopefully it's not, though.
Hopefully he's okay. Trainer Matt back out there. Close game, as we said before. Gonna be some extra time due to these injuries.
Yeah, there's. We are in the 69th minute, so there's only almost 10 minutes left. But obviously, with the
Probably
injury,
another 10.
I suspect that'll be probably more closer to 18 minutes
Yes.
due to all these injuries.
And he's going to,
Walk off.
yeah, he has a little bit of a limp walking off. We hope the best for Nastes. We hope the best for him. We're going to bring the sub. We don't have any names for subs for Malvern Prep.
Getting a little windy out there.
See how
McCoy
that-
will kick
Ooh,
it out of bounds.
little spiral
Good
on that
kick.
ball. So it's going to be a line out for St. Augustine. See, they've gotten better in the second half with the lineouts. Ooh, good play from Malvern.
Good tackle by Huber.
They're asking for a knock. Where the parents not going to get one. Ooh. That ball is being played up that far sideline. Going to go.
An advantage for Malvern.
Hermits looking to back up. Get out of the way. The kick will go way into the stands.
Line out here, Malvern ball. Only a one-score game. A lot of stoppage this half. We're going to cut into a lot of extra time.
That's good if you're Malvern, not as great if you're the Hermits. I mean, you're winning right now. No need to give them extra time to score. Just going to look to find some room on the near sideline. And wow, a great run from Reagan.
Reagan, I've noticed, one of the Malvern's stronger players.
Ooh, McCoy taking on the other number 9. And ooh, that looks like a high tackle. I mean, the Hermits will take it that it didn't get called, but
And that's a very high tackle from Luke Huber.
there's the call.
You got to be disciplined.
Yeah, that's a fair call. I mean, the Hermits can't even be mad about that. Huber's got to do better and tackle lower. And so we'll get a little stoppage. We take a second. It's going to be, I don't know, the refs.
Come on, Hermits, finish strong!
And you need to stop if you're the Hermits. They have it in your territory.
The ref talking it over with one of the Malvern
Yeah,
players.
I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, that's going to be Captain Day. Oh, maybe a card. I see a card in his hand. Oh, there's a yellow.
A yellow on Luke Huber.
The Hermits' parents do not like that call for a yellow.
I think they should have called one
Down
on the
there.
one with Max McCoy.
Yeah, McCoy got flung, and it looked a lot more dangerous when McCoy.
Yeah, it
Got
was
tackled.
definitely high from Luke Huber,
But I don't know if it warrants a yellow,
yeah, maybe.
especially determined on what else they've been called.
I'm not sure if he's had one called on him earlier, but I didn't think he
Yeah, I
did.
don't think so. Uh-oh, they've got
Offload, a
room.
great offload.
They've got room on that
got a
far
lot of
sideline.
space.
They got to make a tackle.
Good tackle by Randall.
Malvern stacking it deep here.
Ooh. Oh, the ball's loose.
And he was out of bounds anyway. That's a bad call there to take down on the outside. I know you're trying to catch the defense off guard, but as you see right there, you go out of bounds when you make that mistake.
You had a lot of room outside to give to one of your faster guys. Let him try to make something happen. A one-on-one shot, I mean, I'd prefer to have it out there than to try and power it through a very strong Hermits center. And so we'll get a line out. Ooh, almost
Burns
one-handed.
Can't get it.
Ball's loose.
What's the call there?
I think everyone's a little confused.
I believe that might be a knock-on back there.
But it's an advantage for Malvern.
And so we got about 5 minutes in regular time, but we're going to get a lot more time off of injuries. So there's going to be a scrum down on that far sideline, far corner. Hermits could use to win here. Get it out of there, maybe kick it. Oop. Oh, and the Hermits win it. Dangan picks it up.
I believe the ref.
Whistle beforehand, I think.
I believe that would be a collapsed scrum. The ball didn't appear to come right out the back.
And so they'll redo the scrum.
Everyone, too many scrums today? Everybody get the trophy?
Again, we'll remind you this is being played for the Augustinian Cup. Coveted prize between the two Augustinian schools in the area, and they're going to do it again. Another scrum.
How many chances are you going to give them?
The scrum down. I believe after 3 tries, it's just going to end up being a penalty.
Be a penalty on Malvern, I believe, right?
Yes, I would assume so. Collapsing the scrum, not getting it fully out.
We'll see if they can get it right this time. Oh, Malvern got it. Ooh,
Good run.
he's going to be
And
able to
that's
place
going
that
to be
down.
a try for Guerrera. That's huge for Malvern, especially because they got it in the middle and should have an easy conversion.
So it's all tied up pending a conversion that'll be right up the middle. Like I said, if you wanted to score, you wanted to score up the middle so you can take the lead. 3 minutes of regular time remaining. There's going to be a lot of extra time.
Jack
added on.
Del Monte
Hermits.
and Nick Scafidi back in the game.
Hermits need an answer.
Drew
They
Turista
need one
coming
pretty
out.
quickly.
The kick is up, and it's good. And so a 28-26 game. Malvern will get the ball again.
Hermits need to force a turnover in Malvern territory.
We're approaching the 80-minute mark, but I would assume this is going to be closer to around 10 minutes of extra time.
Yes, so the Hermits have plenty of time, but they need to score. They need to score. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they even tried to take a conversion if it got down late into those extra minutes, and they got a foul down.
Conversion, and it's just a kick right in the middle of the field. That's 3 points. So that could win the game.
Yes, so the Hermits could even look for that, but first they need possession. So it'll be McCoy. This needs to be a good one.
And it is. PJ
Oh.
Degnan, what a play.
Hermits have got
They're
the
getting
ball, but
pushed
they're going to push back.
backwards.
Yeah. Need to reset in a ruck here. And that's
Guys stay in bounds as well. They're getting close to the outside. What
Oh.
a pass.
oh, way to throw it back.
Great offload.
I believe that was Buono.
They should swing it here and get it to the outside.
Oh, he's got to get rid of it. Oh, that's got to be a high tackle. Grabbed by the shirt.
Barrett, good move to cut inside.
Barrett having an excellent game today. Knocking down.
An advantage, Hermits. They should go quick here, I think. And that's what they're going to do. Max McCoy is going to take
sideline.
it.
He's moving. He's taking down pretty hard. They're going to ruck. Ooh. Hermits will get the
Some
ball
fighting on the inside.
Cortez seeing if he can punch a hole. Not able to find it.
They're going to ruck. McCoy out.
Parker Lapsley with the ball.
What a move by McCoy, but great tackle.
Yeah, the tackling's been really solid.
And another advantage, Hermits.
I believe that was hands in the
McCoy
ruck.
might want to go quick again, but
Might
they're going
want
to
to go
hold
tap
here
and go or go
and
for the.
probably scrum.
Yeah, I'd assume at this point they'd scrum.
I believe this is either going to be a tap and go in a set play or he's going to kick the touch.
Could be a set play, but usually on the tap and go you want to go fast, so they're taking their time here.
We've reached the 80th minute. Extra time looming large for the Hermits.
And these next few minutes are the most important ones of the whole game for St. Augustine.
And they're going to kick it out.
Good kick.
Coffin corner. Wow.
And they are very close to try line.
Well, you see a lot in
They
the pro
need
leagues.
to win this one here.
What you can see a lot in the pro leagues in the Six Nations is off a line out here. You catch the ball right off the line out when you're up in the air, and you go straight into a maul and just push into the try zone.
And this is the biggest line out of the game for the Hermits.
Of the young season so far. Scafidi is going to take it. Oh, they're going to go really quick to Dengen. Dengen's getting pushed. He's got to get rid of it.
He's able to stand. I want to see the ball swing out here. Get away from that.
That's what McCoy's looking to do.
Lapsley.
Parker. Physical.
Maul.
They're pushing him.
Push up the middle. They're into the end zone, not the
tush
try
push.
zone. They're going to ruck.
Del Monte
McCoy.
swings it to
Barrett.
Barrett.
Oh,
Loses
no.
it. But great job by the Hermits.
Bono with the
Randall.
kick.
That's gotta be a
Trayvon
try.
Randall with the try.
A huge try for the Hermits.
Trevi with the biggest play of the game.
And the crowd goes
The dive.
wild.
The Bono, he kicked it up to Trevi.
What a pass by Don Botto. What a play by the Hermits to swing it from one end all the way to the other and get it in the hands of Trayvon Randall.
Well, really good play on the far sideline. The Hermits will score. This is an important try because, like we were talking about, the three-point conversion kick could still be in play if they miss their attempt. It'll be a wide one for McCoy here.
This is about the spot he kicked from the first time
On
and
that
had it
sideline.
on target, but just short. We'll see if he can
he's
put more
got-
power on it.
He's
this
got
time.
a crosswind. It's not exactly aiding his kick here. So he takes a second. From this tough angle, McCoy. He missed his first. Conversion's been perfect since.
Short again, I believe. No good.
No good is the call.
Unless there's I believe unless there's a quick score here, this might be the last possession of the game. Whoever scores here is going to win the game. It appears Jack Olivo has been subbed in. Or no, that is... That is Daniel Francis subbed back into the game. He had a cramp, but he's back in.
That's a deep kick.
Don Botto, nice catch.
Hermits have got to get it out of here. I won't be surprised if they got somebody to kick it.
Randall has it.
Randall
Trevi
finds
Randall.
space. Trevi. Kid, does he have the speed to keep going?
Trevi needs to stay in bounds, but he loses it.
Right around the 50-yard line.
Still, at least he pushed them back, so Malvern won't have it too close to their try line.
Even though he lost the ball, yeah, exactly. He's far away from their try zone, out of the scoring.
This is probably it for Malvern. This is their last chance, most likely, to get a try.
Yeah,
you don't want to rush it, but you also need to score pretty quickly.
I'd say at the most they have another 5-6 minutes left.
That's no way.
The Hermits faithful.
The Hermits here, I like to say the middle of the field is the yellow zone. You don't want to do anything too risky, but you can take some risk, use some space to play with. But once you're inside the 30-yard line into your own try zone, that's the red zone. You don't want to take any risks there.
Yeah, the Hermits, really good job getting it out to Randall. Down there in the
I believe that was
territory.
Botto to Randall on the side.
It was a great play because they had it on the complete other side of the field and were able to spread it out and get it to the wing in Trevi Randall.
Yeah, and one mistake down there would have it would have cost them the game, possibly. Just making a sub up to this line out. Hermits or Malvern will win it.
Oh, huge tackle from Barrett, but
And there's got to be something called.
I believe the referee might give him a yellow card for that one.
I would not give him a yellow on that.
I would disagree. Again, recalling the McCoy hit in the Hermits half early.
It was a little bit late, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Barrett came flying in with the late hit. That would have been clean if he still had possession of the ball.
I don't think there's going to be a card.
He's checking with the player.
I don't.
That could be a sign that he may be giving a card here, but maybe just a warning.
It looks like he's pulling out the yellow card for Barrett.
Yup.
Wow. That's an
Yeah,
interesting
I
call
don't-
from.
I don't necessarily agree with that one.
That's 2 yellow cards on the Hermits this game. It's been a really physical game. I don't know if I'd give 2 yellows to the Hermits and none to Malvern because it seems like it's been pretty physical on both sides. But
Let's see where he kicks it now. Or he's going to go for the tap and go.
Got to make a tackle here. Got to stuff him.
and this is it for Malvern. You have numbers with a yellow card.
Malvern's going to be very aggressive here.
And
Good
great
ruck by
ruck.
Degnan.
Burns has it.
Passes it back out. He's
Danny
got a hole.
Francis loses the ball, though. They keep it in, but the ref says he's out.
Stop! You don't need the extra yard. Take the
The
rock.
flagman is arguing because he's saying he was in bounds, and the ref is saying he wasn't. That's a huge call.
They disagree. The flagman's actually, I think he's a Malvern
I-
Prep guy.
Yeah, but I also do think he was right. I don't think it was out of bounds. I think he saved it just before he went out, but the ref insists that he was.
Yeah, I mean, the Malvern Prep guy actually making a call that probably would hurt.
Regardless, Malvern here, I would like to let them see to swing out to the side since they are a man up on offense.
Got to break through here. Got to have a breakthrough. And that's what they're going to try and do. Oh, bad tackling. This could be an opportunity
Good
down the
pass.
They
sideline.
have numbers.
A good tackle there.
That's a
Stop the
great
momentum.
run for Malvern.
Yeah, good tackling, though.
Malvern, they were keeping it out to that side.
They want to make sure they don't go out of bounds as well. You got to keep it towards the middle or the other side. Oh, what a tackle.
What a tackle.
Danny Francis.
You hear a little heckling from the Hermits faithful.
And he's close to the out of bounds line.
Oh, another big hit.
St. Augustine doing a great job right now.
The tackling has
Malvern
been so
needs to
much
get
better.
it out of there, but there's an advantage. Hands in the ruck, I believe.
And Malvern's pushing it. A reminder, it's only a 3-point game, so Malvern gets something going. They could always kick.
And
Oh,
what a fake. That's a great run.
now for the Hermits, you got to stop.
You need to force a turnover here.
Now I like to say that we entered into the red zone. We don't want to do anything too risky here. Nothing risky at all.
Oh, a big man. Going to need somebody to take him down. They do. But now I think you're in kicking zone if you want to kick. But
Good
they're not
offload
looking for
there.
that. They're looking for the win.
He's going to go down. They have to take care of the ball. Big tackle. He's still up. And it's still
Hermits ball.
TJ Burns has it.
TJ Burns with a solid
And he
play.
offloads. What a play by TJ Burns.
Now you hear the Hermits faithful protect the ball.
But
that's
there's
the,
an advantage for Malvern. They have the
oh
ball.
man. Well, the drama intensifies the more we play on.
A good tackle there by Rocco Pastizzi, and TJ Burns was able to pick up the ball, but now there's an advantage to Malvern.
This is huge.
If
This is the end of the game, most likely.
Yeah, if you're the Hermits, try to get something out of bounds at this point. End it.
It looks like I was close to right. We were nearing the extra 10 minutes. We just passed it. I assume ball goes out of bounds or a score here, that'd be the end of the game.
Yeah, if you're
Either Malvern has to score here or Hermits take possession a little bit and get it out of bounds to end the game. The scrum, Malvern gets the ball out.
Malvern looking to
A good tackle there.
Great tackle.
Are we playing too rough? Hey, ref, are we playing too rough?
Tap and go.
It's going to be a tap and go. Here goes Malvern. Got to make a tackle now.
They are so close to the try line. They just need to hold on to the ball, most likely. And play mistake-free,
Oh,
and they have it.
They have it.
There's the try. That's the game. Malvern Prep.
This is going to upset St. Augustine for the Augustinian Cup.
What a fight from both teams.
One of the best games.
You're horrible.
One of the best games I've ever seen as somebody who watches a little bit of rugby. Probably one of the better games I've ever seen. The Hermits in disbelief. They should have had that game. Obviously quite upset.
I believe that's the end of the game.
If it's not the end of the game, it's pretty darn close.
The 91st minute usually ends at 80, but obviously with the injury timeouts, it's kind of hard to tell when they're going to officially end it. It seemed like the ref wanted to let them play a little bit. Could have probably ended 5 minutes ago, but Malvern
It's going to be over. Malvern
wins
Prep
the Augustinian Cup.
is going to win the Augustinian Cup for the first time in 3 years. They take the Augustinian Cup from the St. Augustine Prep Hermits at the Hermits' home turf. The Hermits walk off in disbelief. Malvern in jubilation because they have done it. They have won the Augustinian Cup. And it's been a pleasure for you to join us for this excellent game at La Rosa Turf Field between the Hermits of St. Augustine Prep and Malvern and the Malvern Prep Friars, with the final score Malvern Prep 33 and the Hermits 31.
Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one.